number because I already filmed this once and I had left my sticky note covering the camera. So there's been different things going on in my life and I cannot believe the amount of views my other video got about me learning Braille, and I cannot believe how much support I got from people who messaged me, who commented, who told me, you know, keep doing what you're doing. It was very surprising. I wasn't expecting that. I was just giving it as an update, but it was very encouraging. So anyways, I have had an amazing day today. I don't always have amazing days. And yes, I keep saying I'm going to do a YouTube video and then I don't. But a lot of people that are on YouTube, they make blindness seem like it's all unicorns and rainbows. And and I understand why, okay? Because if you're always focusing on what you don't get to do or what you miss, yeah, life is really, really hard. You're not going to want to do anything. So I understand that they're focusing on being positive, but I think YouTube videos would have helped me out a lot if I could have gotten more of a realistic view of what it was going to be like. If someone would say to me, there are going to be days that you're absolutely going to hate it, and there's going to be days where you're just tired of it. You know, you miss when you could see. But today is not one of those days. I did more Braille. My instructor came this morning. And she did something really sweet for me. She gave me a token, and on the one side there is a design, and on the other there are Braille letters. So if you've been following the last Braille video, you should be able to know what the first letter on. I have to read it to make sure it's the right way up. So I hope you can see it, but the first letter is F. And the second letter is R, and that is actually a short form for friend. And so she said to me when she gave it to me that, you know, she couldn't think of anyone else who could use, like, to give the token to. And so she gave me the token, and it was very nice. It made me feel really good. And on the other side, there is a design. All right, so up here is a flower with the stems, with the, I guess it's a stem and then leaves. So a stem and leaves, and on the other side it's F and R for friend. And so it was just something very, very small, you know, to some people, but, you know, those little sincere things are what mean a lot. And I think today's society has missed out on that. It really, really made my day, just this little token. And then another thing that happened today, we went out today, and on the way home, we saw, well, I didn't see it, but my mom saw a groundhog. And you might think, well, a groundhog, that's weird. Groundhogs are not the most, they're not the most cute or attractive animal, which is true. And so this magazine was saying, look for something, you know, that you can find in nature. And every time you see that, I don't even think it specified nature. We just lived in the country, so we just assume everything was nature. But to pick an object or an item. And every time you see that, now don't worship the item, but every time you see that, let it remind you of how much God loves you. And this magazine in the time of my life was very crucial. We had this magazine, I was really, really sick. And it was before I was diagnosed with lupus. And my mom and I did that. My mom's love sign from God is a cardinal. Every time she sees a cardinal, or she hears a cardinal, or she sees something that's decorated with cardinals, that's her love sign. And, you know, she uses that to remind her how much God loves her. And so mine was a groundhog, because I'm just a weirdo. Everything I say or do, it's bound at some point to be extremely weird. And I picked a groundhog. I think just because I was a very depressive child, and I was like, I will never see a groundhog, so I'm picking a groundhog. And I picked a groundhog, and I don't know if it was that year or the next year, that I got diagnosed with lupus and I had to go see specialists at Sick Kids every month. And I think actually the first time we went, I think it was every week or every other week. It was annoying. But you would not believe that between the two highways, so there was a highway going one direction and a highway coming another direction, and in the plot of Earth, between the two highways was a hole with always two groundhogs eating grass. Between the two highways, the most improbable place for a groundhog to stay, and it was there between the highways. And it was really funny because, like I said, that is not a place groundhogs normally would be. Groundhogs don't like noise. You know, it's a very improbable place. And guaranteed, every time to and from Sick Kids, or if we took that way to Toronto, I would see those groundhogs, and that almost became the highlight of my day. The first highlight was we went out for lunch. I'm very food oriented. The second highlight was looking for those groundhogs, and I would look for those groundhogs every single time that I would go to Sick Kids. So anyways, I just thought I would share that. Like I said, it was a little token, but it made my day, and I thought it was really cool. I did not know that there were things like this, and the more Braille that I work on and the more I find out of other things that are available, the more surprised that I am. And I'm really excited. I'm going to try and work on Braille so well that I can actually make Braille cards, like happy birthday cards or greeting cards and stuff like that. And I'm thinking of opening a second Etsy shop that's going to focus on Braille cards. So anyways, I just wanted to share this with you, everybody. And thank you so much for watching my last video. And if you're watching this video, so thank you.